It's the code, yeah, we stick to the code, yeah. It's the code, yeah.
Wow, what it is, man. Welcome back to the Stick to the Code podcast. You already know what it is, man. You got your boy AO here, and shit, that's what we talk tech, kid culture, man. Let's get right into the shit, man. Look, I'm gonna let y'all know. I know last week episode was shorter than normal. I'm trying to play with times a little bit. Let me know how y'all feeling about it. The shorter episode of like 30 minutes, kind of getting the vibe or whatever. You want to hear me talk for a long time. Like, hey, look, we do got guests coming. We got more guests coming for sure. So definitely tap in. Get ready. If you listening to this and you like, hey, you in the Houston area, you might want to slide through. Hey, look, definitely fall in the DMs or hit me with the email. Stick to the Code podcast. Look, we trying to have work. We trying to link up with folks. So definitely trying to make something happen right here. But let's talk about this goddamn tech, y'all. So it's July. This ain't like the craziest time for a lot of tech stuff going on. You know, Amazon got their Prime days coming up, so you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, definitely fall through, holler at them. I know I ain't a crazy Whole Foods shopper, but you know, I kind of slid through Whole Foods this weekend. Like, got a little Prime, hit them with the like, oh, we got a little gift bag for it. Oh really? I don't mind if I do. You feel me? So yeah, definitely, man. Definitely check in with that if you're a Prime subscriber. Check into their Prime Day deals. I ain't never like really checked into like the deals that they have, because they kind of be on the slick getting you to spend money that you ain't planning to spend. It's like, I ain't had no intentions on spending money this week. Oh, of course I need a new TV. Yes, new microwave, air fryer. I need all that. Yes, shoes, the snuggly kinds. What? Why you just spending money? You know what I mean? But hey, look, man, each day on. Definitely check in with that. So let me get to the actual tech part of this week. So first thing, we're going to get into some phone news. We got the Xiaomi Mi 12S Ultra. And if you listening to this and you in the tech, you're like, okay, I know what that is. And if you listening to this and you ain't a crazy tech person, you're like, what the fuck is Xiaomi? What is that? Look, man, it's Chinese manufacturer phones, like make some dope ass like flagship level phones. But we in America, we don't really be getting it like that. But so I seen a couple videos, different like YouTube tech people who did reviews on it. I ain't gonna lie, it got a dope aesthetic to me, because like it looked kind of like how, like if you imagine like the old kind of like a digital camera or something like that, like when you had like the little pocket, like the point and shoot type of joints, it just got like the big circle in the back, and it kind of got a different vibe than what you've been getting from like most smartphone cameras, because now you either got the Samsung look or the iPhone look, and it's mostly kind of the same kind of look, just like, do we add the little black bar area around it? So I fuck with it. Like, y'all should definitely check it out. One of the dope things about it is that big ass circle that you'll see on the back of the phone is the phone has a 1-inch camera sensor. If you're into photography, you know that's a pretty big sensor, especially on a smartphone. So it get the opportunity to get a lot more light in the photos and better situations, getting amazing photos. I know I seen MKBHD on one of his things. He was taking a photo of like something like flying in the wind. If you take photos, taking a picture of kids, anything that's moving around is hard as hell. Like, just on a quick snap, the joint was able to like get it still frozen in time kind of image. So to me, I feel like that's really dope that you can kind of get that with a smartphone, because like phones trying to do a lot, but it's still only this big and you're trying to do a whole lot with it. So that's real dope. You have companies doing that. I'm pretty sure once it gets kind of popular enough and easy enough for companies to do it, you're going to have like your Samsung and your iPhone and maybe Google getting into having like the bigger images. And the Sony, I know, has one in theirs, but I don't think they use like the whole image, so you ain't getting the same quality on the photos. But like I say, man, that's a dope ass looking phone. Unfortunately, I don't think that phone's going to be coming to the U.S. You probably can get it, but like Chinese phones, you trying to get it in America, you're going to be going through it to get the phone. Another dope phone that I seen was the Asus Zenfone 9, and it wasn't like I ain't into Asus phones so much. What really made it dope to me was that like they had like a little sidebar. They ain't even been announced yet, but it was like a leak kind of trailer that they had, to where you can kind of swipe up and down on the screen without having to touch the screen, like using the power bar on the side. You can kind of just swipe it. I'm gonna try to show it in a video version of it. But what's dope to me about that is it reminded me of like when I used to have a Pixel 2 XL. Like with the Panda version, you hear me? On the back, you can just kind of slide up and down with your notification shade and just kind of go through your phone. And like, that used to be so clutch to me. Like when I lost that on my phone, like when I upgraded and got a new phone that didn't have that, I was like, that was super convenient. I hate trying to have to go all the way up to the notification shade to get to it. So I don't know. I feel like it's a dope ass thing. It could be a gimmick. Like, look, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure it's probably a gimmick. But in my mind, I feel like it's something I would use. Or even if you don't use it, it's something that could be convenient. Now, when you know, obviously having something like that, if you kind of bump into it, it might be something you kind of like just fuck up a little bit. But I think it's cool. That's the Asus Zenfone. They got other shit going on where they had like some little backpack looking, all kind of extra shit. That ain't really my speed, but I thought that little scrolling thing was kind of cool on it. And like I said, with both those phones, Asus, Zenfone, Xiaomi, people really like it's so many. Honestly, it's so many dope phones that kind of get made, but the reality is that most people, you either getting a budget phone, so you're getting whatever phone like the carrier pushing to you, or you getting an iPhone or Samsung. Like, you ain't even really even thinking about you getting a Galaxy top version or whatever that come out. So like most people just like, what's the price point and one of these two phones. So I feel like it's dope, like just to kind of get a chance to check out what other companies do. I wish in America we had more variety, because like I ain't even gonna I got a Pixel phone, but I know I'm not in the majority, and even that's way more majority than the Sony phone. Like, nobody got a Sony phone. Shit, LG, if you know about it, they dropped making cell phones altogether. They was like, yeah, we tired of making phones that ain't nobody buying. We getting up out of here. We gonna keep making TV screens, you hear me? And that's just kind of how it's moving. Like, the only thing LG doing in the phone market now is probably making phone screens that's on half the phones we got. So I feel like that's just, I just want to like kind of see more phones in the US to where we getting more options, because a phone is like an expression of yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got so many options when it comes to getting a laptop or something, or getting a TV, or just whatever kind of thing you get in the car. But when it comes to cell phones, most people got one or two type of phones. I know you got buku people who in the Apple ecosystem who like, just get an iPhone. I'm like, no, I don't want an iPhone. I still be dealing with people who just like, just get an iPhone. I don't want an iPhone. I don't want an iPhone. And like I say, man, the thing is, a phone, most people just putting a case on their phone, but I like the fact with a phone, it's kind of expression of yourself, getting different options. You can do your own little thing a little bit. Like, you ain't got to be in the crowd so much. So I would just hope to see kind of more phones, like more companies getting more, you know, varieties and selling phones in the US. So that just kind of be dope. Switching from phones over to automotive, we got Chevy. Chevy had, so they had an announcement. They had a little while back. They had like a little NFT thing they was doing, right? So with it, they were selling an NFT version of a Corvette, Z06 version, you heard me? So whole decked out thing, you know, super nice ass Corvette. And it was in a mint green, cold as hell. Like, talking about sliding through with the paint dripping. It looked like that. So like they had a dude who got an NFT artist, drew up the design or whatever. Like, I know I went and checked out his page, kind of like it was his aesthetic, kind of the way how he had it looking. But it was a dope picture. But the crazy part is that if whoever, they were doing a bid on the NFT, and whoever won the NFT was also gonna get a Corvette in this exclusive mint green color. It was like Chase the color or something, like some color thing that they had it named after for the little drawing or whatever for it, or bid thing. The only thing is, they had the auction and nobody placed not now cent bid on this shit. And it's like crazy. Like, in my mind, when I seen it, I was like, damn, I wish I could have slid through that bid. Like, could have put like $1 on it. I'd have had a whole Corvette out there. But like, it's crazy. Like, that's a situation where it could have been, if you'd have just bet anything, you'd have had a Corvette. But nobody bet on it. And they opened it. It was like, oh yeah, hey, we had a little issue. People didn't want able to get access to it. We opening it back open. Nobody bid on it again. It's like, damn, y'all fucking up y'all marketing for real. To like, you Chevy and you the NFT artist, and nobody knew that y'all was giving away was selling or auctioning off an NFT that came with a real fucking vehicle that you could drive. I'm like, I know you got at least somebody who Chevy fan who wanted to get the goddamn Z06. It's a nice ass sports car. But like I say, nobody had any bids on it. I went and checked on it a couple days ago, and they actually have like a couple bids but that was after it's been closed, and the highest bid is worth like $8,000. It's like, I ain't 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the Z06 $100,000 car when you get that joint like all the way decked out and tricked out. So that's an opportunity that a lot of people missed out on, and it's just like, But also Chevy won, lost. I don't even know how you split it, but like that's just how it wound up happening. The money was supposed to go to a charity, so unfortunately that charity is who really loses out on it because they don't get any opportunity for that. What that was supposed to be fundraising for them. So just best of luck. Look, everybody want to be in the Web3 NFT market and everything, trying to blockchain it up. But look, man, it ain't as easy as it seems sometimes. It ain't as easy as it seems. I've never bought an NFT. I done thought about selling some NFT art or like doing something like that. But man, it's a crazy market for real, for real. Staying on the automotive side, we got Waymo, who if you don't know what it is, Waymo is the branch from Google or under Alphabet or whatever. That's their version that does autonomous driving. So they're not making their own vehicles, they're doing the technology, so like having other vehicles and putting it around it, like the cameras and everything like that, and the sensors to what a vehicle can do autonomous driving. That's, cars driving by itself. So the thing is, with them, one of the things they had, and I just told y'all about it last week, how Waymo doing the thing between Houston and Dallas. I really would love to see it, like see one of the ones on the road. But the thing is, in Tempe, Arizona, which is an area that they are doing the driverless driving with it, they had a situation to where a person who was actually driving there, like, just the vehicle driving down the road, you had a person actually jump in front of the vehicle, and once the actual driver inside of it, they took over it because they got like a safety driver. They took over the vehicle and shit stopped it, hey, bet, everything's safe. But then the person who jumped in front of it jumped on the damn car, broke the windshield, and like injured the person inside of the thing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like my mind, like I ain't calm enough. Like, you jump on my car, like even if it ain't my car, like you jump on the car and you kicking in the windshield, like they kick the fucking windshield in, like it ain't a real person. I'm like, man, and like looking into the joint, like it's been a few situations where people then dead ass attack these vehicles with people in the car. Like, look, man, you can feel however you feel about the driverless part. When it's a goddamn driver in there and you doing that shit, bruh, we gonna throw hands, we gonna son. That's just why I'm mad on it. So, like I say, man, they had this situation, person kicked it in. Thankfully, the driver who was in it didn't suffer any major injuries. But like I said, it's been multiple situations where things like that have happened to where there have been attack on people who are actually just doing their job. And I mean, I get it because there was a situation like a few years back, even in Tempe, Arizona, matter of fact. And this was with Uber, because a lot of companies have autonomous driving going on. But Uber, while they were doing theirs, there was a person who was actually hit and killed with the situation. So obviously with something like that, that happened in your city directly, you feel a lot more of a way about it. Because it's not a lot of cities, like it's a decent amount, but it's not every city in the country isn't allowing people to do autonomous driving. So the fact you in that city and you as a resident may not agree with your government allowing them to do it, but somebody actually died, and so like you got a family, you got kids, you kind of might feeling a way about it. But people have like shot at, thrown knives, rocks, all kind of crazy things at like the autonomous vehicles, and it's just like, man, y'all just gotta chill. Like I don't know, like I mean I get it feeling away, but you can't like fuck up somebody else just because you feeling away about something else. So like that's one of the things going on with that. And I mean I just wish for the best with those. And also you got Tesla. Not so much, like I said, still on automotive, but it's not so much the vehicle side of it as just the cases that they have. Tesla has another situation in their Fremont, California location, to where there's a lawsuit being placed against them because shit, they got a lot of racial situations. And I ain't even lie, like looking at this just kind of really had me like, I don't even know if I want a Tesla like how I used to say I want one, because it's just like so many situations where Tesla seem like they having racial situations. Like y'all got something, the discriminations and different issues y'all deal with in company is crazy. Like, bro, like some of the lines they got on there, like people being called the N-word, people slavery, the word slavery used, plantation used. You got graffiti with the N-word on it, KKK, swastikas and all kind of shit. And then they just like keeping it up, things like that. Like I know a black woman, like she had a lawsuit with them to where she was sexually assaulted and racially discriminated. Like, bruh, like you dealing with everything now. So it's just like, yeah, it's $1 billion company that's doing major things, but y'all got factories that's just like going fucking crazy. Like y'all can't wrangle that in none. Like you dead ass had like people who supervisors who've called like people to call people nigga and got fired. Like, bruh, you out of line. Like what is y'all mindset? I know me, like there's no way that shit happening to me. Like, I'm acting the fuck out. Like, I probably don't last a week at the job. I'm like, I don't know if y'all know this ain't nigga in the bathroom. Y'all gonna fix that? Cause I ain't cool with it. I ain't working in no goddamn, this ain't McDonald's or some little small ass shit like that. So where people doing all kind of extra shit every day. These are people who work here who fucking this shit up. This ain't no random people coming in. We don't got customers coming in here. The people coming in here are the other people who work here. Man, get that shit together. So I ain't gonna lie, shit, I hope the best. I hope the lawsuit win. I hope they take over that shit, cause like that's just fucked up. Y'all gotta get that together, man. Y'all gonna have companies having that shit, man. Get it together, slide through. Y'all just gotta fix your shit, man. Staying on Tesla CEO, Elon Musk, bro, have a couple situations. So one of the first things that broke was the fact that he wound up having twins, had a couple of kids with one of his executives at Neuralink, which is another one of his companies that he's the CEO of. And I looked at the thing. Let's shout her like she decent. She's a decent little thing. But like, bro, man, he just had like a couple kids with Grimes, the artist, who he was kind of like, who I think he was dating at the time. I don't know if he's still with her. And like, this ain't so much into tech, but it's just like, it's kind of like tech culture kind of line right here. But it's just like, bro, man, dude out here doing this thing, like, yeah, I don't even know with Elon when it comes to that shit. But hey, man, do your thing, repopulate. Look, you free to do whatever you want to. I'm just gonna talk shit about it. But also, I know he kind of joked on some like Nick Cannon kind of ways, man, on talking about like we underpopulated crisis. I'm like, all right. He tweeted about that. Like, matter of fact, I throw up the air quotes on the all right, but I don't even know. I ain't paying attention to it, so I ain't gonna overly speak ignorant about like where we are actually at on being underpopulated. I feel like with the population going crazy, like you got plenty of places that's struggling, but hey, people researchers who done a lot more time and spent on it than myself know where we actually at with it. So those are things going on. What's actually important going on with Elon is the fact that he is backing the fuck out of that Twitter deal that been so much fucking attention to, that like anytime out of there that brought him up, most of the times it's been about that Twitter deal because it's so much mess. Like, it's crazy. Like, bro, like is the richest motherfucker in the world, but he has so many situations that's associated with him about like messy things. I'm like, bro, like you was for like a good period of time, you were just like Elon Musk getting your money, doing your things. And like now you hit like the mainstream attention is like every situation which you got like something extra to it. But I think, hey, look, man, the extra sometimes is what get him where he at right now. So, yin yang kind of thing, you feel me? But so pretty much he backing out of the deal. Some of the excuses, well, some of the reasons are that Twitter, one, they got too many bots, and so the numbers don't match up to what they agreed upon in the $44 billion deal. Again, $1 billion deal. And so you don't have that. They weren't giving him the information like how he wanted to, just other different issues. They kind of had some layoffs with Twitter since he didn't start working with them. So it's kind of like, hey, look, y'all getting rid of important employees who I need to, once I get ownership, I need to be able to run this company. Y'all getting rid of people who like doing important things. And so like this is a different business that you're trying to sell me than what I offered you for. So it's a lot of things. The stock value of Twitter then been kind of plummeting. So it's like $30-something. I don't know, like 36 or something like that. I ain't 100%, but it's way lower than the 54.20 that he 54,000. No, I'm tripping. It's $44 billion. I don't even the stock price 54.20. That's what it was. I like 420 go in there somewhere. But yeah, so stock price of $54.20. So yeah, man, we gonna have to see how that play out. Twitter don't plan on letting him off the hook. They plan on suing him for the $1 billion or to make him actually follow through on the deal, because they got words and that are pretty much making sure where like you can't just fall out of this deal, man. Slide through like you supposed to. Like you said, do what you said you was gonna do, huh? That's pretty much what it is. But on a business deal, like, nah, we need that money. Stop playing with us. Another company that's major, kind of trying to do things, kind of push a bit more to y'all the attention. Cause like at the point in time, Walmart, like before internet was internet like it is right now, man, Walmart was where you were doing all your shopping at. Before Amazon became the de facto place where a lot of people spend their money at, just automatically for your basic shit, Walmart, and obviously buku people still shop at Walmart. You still easy ass place you can go to pick up whatever. Walmart they got like, if you don't know about it, you got Walmart Plus, which is pretty much like the Amazon Prime competitor. Like you get 2-day free shipping, things like that. Just kind of like that. That's their version of that kind of thing. I'm not sure how many other perks that come with it, but they also, something I did not know about, they have in-home delivery. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no fucking way I'm letting somebody deliver something in my house if I'm not at home. Like, it's a cool thing. Obviously, it's working. People who want to have it, people who trust somebody else. You got cameras and shit. Because to use it, you gotta get a actual smart lock to where people can get into your house or garage, or where people can actually access inside your house. And so in-home delivery is a thing. I think they've been doing it since 2019. Like, shit, I ain't know that. So Walmart, they got people who can deliver in your home. I think it's in like select cities, so it's not a lot of people, but it's still enough people to where they actually running this as a thing. Walmart Plus costs $98 a year, but the in-home costs $138, and it'll include Walmart Plus with it. The crazy, and with the in-home Plus, you can pay an even extra amount of money, $40 a year or $7 a month, whatever. And people will actually go in your house with your deliver groceries and put your shit in the refrigerator. Like, I don't know, I'm particular as hell. Like, I don't want everybody just putting shit in the refrigerator however they feel. Like, you gotta leave a diagram or some shit. Like, I need, like, put my condiments over here, water to go here, juices right here, vegetable. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Everybody might do that thing differently, but that ain't my vibe. But it's something, I feel like it's dope in the tech world, but it's just like, y'all folks really gonna let somebody come, a stranger come in your house while you ain't there, deliver shit? I'm like, shit, I be feeling the way, like, I'm in an apartment. I be feeling the way when maintenance slide through in my house and I ain't there. I'm like, what y'all doing in there? Y'all get this shit together. So, I don't know. It's a crazy thing, crazy stuff going on. Like I say, we talking about Amazon Prime. One thing that they also have going is Amazon Prime have Grubhub. So if you're a Prime subscriber, you'll get Grubhub a year of that, Grubhub Plus. So, I mean, it's a cooler thing. You subscribe to, I think Amazon Prime is like really one of the dopest joints because you get like so much shit with it. Like, you get free delivery, damn near instant delivery with a lot of shit. Because sometimes with Amazon Prime, you get that shit the same day, depending upon where it's coming from in like certain cities. Like, I know where I'm in Houston, sometimes I've gotten shit like within like a couple hours ordering with Amazon Prime. And then you get like the video version, like the Amazon Prime subscriber. I hate the app though. I'm gonna put that out there. They app is trash. They know it's trash. It's like they refuse to make the app look better. Like, damn, I want to just stream shit. Why y'all shit can't look better? Why I can't look like Netflix? Y'all one of the most fucking $1 trillion company. Get it? Come on. Why are we dealing with these basic ass issues? But yeah, man. So that's just some of the shit going on. Like, it's like I said, it's July. It's not crazy amount of stuff going on in tech, but it's still just always got something popping on with it. Switching over to culture, you know what I mean? Talking tech, kicking culture, baby. What we got going on, I'm gonna say this out the rip, and I ain't even gonna get into it too much because it's just like, man, look, I ain't been doing this podcast that long, and it done came up on the culture side. Too many shootings. So look, man, we had another shooting. It's super unfortunate that we had over the 4th of July weekend at a parade. You know what I mean, it's just super sad, but best wishes for the families, anyone who lost anyone, or just shit, even the community just having to deal with that. But I ain't even finna speak on so much the shootings because it's just like crazy, man. You just got to get better. It just really is what it is at the end of the day with that. Another thing that I've been talking about, you got Roe versus Wade, which got a couple situations that's kind of, some like interesting. Well, I mean, they're all interesting, but like some like kind of like even slide into the tech side of it. So one thing I know I was looking into, people who are in areas and states, like I'm in Texas, man, look, we got crazy ass stupid laws. Like, you can get arrested for damn near anything to do with an abortion, even if it ain't your body. You the driver, you the nurse, you the goddamn person who's seen somebody slide by an abortion, you can get arrested for that. So what they have, a lot of people are, and who are in areas where they can do support, they offering like, you know, letting people come in their house, staying like that. The only thing is, it's a nice gesture, but look, man, it's really not the best thing. It's an unsafe thing because, like, one, you don't know the person who coming in your house, and you don't know who house you're going into. So they got communities and different organizations. Definitely, like, if you're in an area and you want to do things, find out what your local area is that they're doing for abortion support, to where you can either provide funding or some type of thing to where you're not actually having someone come to your house. Because it's like, this is like an Airbnb, but it's not Airbnb. It's unvetted. It's unchecked. So, I mean, just for your safety, like, definitely watch out for that. Anybody who on either side, like, either trying to have somebody come to your house or trying to help or trying to go to somebody's house when you're dealing with an abortion situation and having to move around to actually be able to get to the resources for it. Another thing with it, like I said, with tech, and this is just kind of interesting, like, you got what it is, I think it's in UC in San Diego, so University of California, San Diego. You got a dude named Ben Smart. He's like, I think, kind of leading the research for it, like kind of wearables and different things like that. He's a data scientist that's finding out, like, you know, let's see how you can use wearables and how it like kind of translate to health and how you can like kind of push and get different things with it. So Aura, if you don't know what it is, it's like a smart watch but for your finger. So it's a ring, it's a smart ring, you know what I mean? And so with Aura, they have it set up to where what they've been doing researching for is finding out Aura can actually find out a woman is pregnant, since a woman's pregnant before an actual at-home test, which is like super dope, you know what I mean? Like the earlier you know, the better it is. Handle whatever situation, however you're gonna handle it, whether you're going through with a child or if you know it's not the right time for you and you're having an abortion. So that's dope that they had that going on. One of the unfortunate thing is, got a lot of government legislation, different things where they're trying to like prosecute people with abortion. So the thing is, that's data, information, to where people can kind of access to see what you've done and shit. That's like, if you got a ring on, like you got this for health reasons, you find out you're pregnant and then you go not had a baby. You know what I mean? That's like data that's kind of helped and held to you. So like companies like that, they're having situations to where the research is kind of having to slow down because, you know, you want to be able to help women. So like being able to help women, let them know they're pregnant is amazing. But if you got another side who's going to use that data against those same women, you kind of got to slow down and make sure things are set up to a way to where those women aren't going to be fucked up even worse off the thing you were initially doing to help them. So it's unfortunate with that. So like the thing is, that's kind of slowing down women's health because of these issues that we have with the Roe versus Wade overturning. But I mean, like I said, I do really just feel like it's dope as hell that you have that to where that ring can actually let a woman know she's pregnant. Like don't they just sound cool as hell? Like sometimes you don't know what's going on with your body that damn fast, and to find out, like I'm not sure how quickly. I ain't never had a real situation like that, you know what I mean? Thankfully. But to where I gotta find out somebody peeing on the stick. But hey, look, the earlier you can find out, the earlier you know, the better. So that's cool. Last bit of thing with the Roe versus Wade joint, you got Biden. Thankfully, I'm not sure how much it'll be able to do, but it's good that you actually have from a executive level, like not just state to state, actual. Pretty much he signed an executive order that is supposed to kind of protect agencies that are giving abortion access and online privacy for people related to abortion. So pretty much I know he, like a direct statement, he said, we cannot allow an out of control Supreme Court working in conjunction with extremist elements of the Republican Party to take away freedoms and our personal autonomy. And that's what he said before signing the order. Like I ain't too much with the whole Republican Democrat side of it, so like I don't care about that joint. But I told y'all before, Supreme Court fucking wild, and like them folks is doing the most, running out, like they just making laws based on whatever they feel like. So I feel like it's dope having the president actually signing the order to try to force some change, give women agency over their own body, and kind of like having things set up to where people have more access and you have ways to get into it. So I feel like that's dope, man. It's just always dope going on with that. Staying on the dope ass things related to women, Brittney Griner, well, not dope ass thing related to women, my apologies, but a dope ass woman, you know what I mean? Brittney Griner, the amazing WNBA player, just hooper all around. Like, shawty got balling, been balling since balling, been balling, you feel me? So, like, dope ass baller, but unfortunately, if you under a rock, you may not know that Brittney Griner has been held in a Russian prison since February 17th. That's a long ass time. It's July, you feel me? So, like, since pretty much they didn't have the things going on with Ukraine or whatever, she's kind of been detained over there for having vape cartridges. They had, I think, hashish oil, if I'm not mistaken. And, like, pretty much something that feels like a super petty and small thing. Like, nothing crazy, no intention to distribute or anything like that. She kind of was caught with it, and, like, she was just like, oh, it's an accident. I didn't intend to have it. Like, it's illegal in your country, but there was no intention for that. So it's just crazy how long she's been held over there. And one, just like some of the things that I've heard being spoken about, like, if it was some other people, different celebrities or different folks, there would have been a lot more done to get her out of Russia. And I mean, it's a black woman. Like, I'm gonna speak from where I'm at. It's a black woman who they just kind of like not doing anything about, and had for the longest not been doing anything about. Some bullshit. So, I mean, it's thankful that recently the White House, Biden, they kind of like said that they reaching out to Brittney Griner's wife, saying that they're gonna try to work to get her free. Because I mean, the woman's been there since February over a nonsense case. She actually wound up recently pleading guilty to the case, like saying, okay, yes, I actually had it. Like, there's no point in me saying I didn't have it. Y'all caught me with it. It's facts. But hey, look, it's it's not exactly what it seemed to be. Of course, obviously, you know, we had like situations like obviously U.S. is anti against what Russia's doing with Ukraine, so kind of got a lot more political lines that I'm pretty sure are heavily implicated as to why we're having this kind of issue with having a person like her being held over there. So it's super unfortunate. Shout out to the WNBA on like, you know, shouting out her and still highlighting the situation on what's going on with her. If I'm not mistaken, I think she was an honorary WNBA All-Star starter for the weekend. So like that's super dope. I know I seen people in the free BG shirts. So man, look, man, I'm y'all just gotta yell it out. Y'all already know how it be in the hood. Look, man, free BG to BG free. You feel me? Man, get Brittney Griner up out of there. And last little thing, I'm gonna slide out with y'all on. Y'all already know, man, we gotta do them goddamn jams and joint. Gotta hit that funk. You feel me? Gotta hit that little wave. This week, jam and joint of the week. Before I hit y'all with it, I'm gonna let you know. Look, man, I've been on a little bit of, you know, I've been feeling little waves. Been kind of like to myself or whatever. And so I kind of been on my Drake shit, you know what I mean? You know how they go. Like you hit them certain Drake. Like Drake definitely give you a vibe for everything damn near, but sometimes like you can kind of hit like some of them kind of in your feelings kind of Drake, you feel me? So like one of my old joints, like this is like a joint I used to like play like crazy like back in the Gap, like whenever I just feeling like, man, feeling away about shit. That Drake, I Get Lonely Too, that's a jam and joint of the week. Man, at that bit, that hoe used to be that little, I ain't gonna lie, that used to be my little sad little vibe song right there, you feel me? So man, that's kind of, I done played it a couple times, not too much, I ain't, you know, but that's a jam and joint of the week. If you ain't heard it before, like on streaming services, on that Take Care package that he dropped out, that was kind of, you know, like some of them old Drake songs that weren't on streaming services before, so you can definitely check that out. So man, look, I Get Lonely Too. I know it's a lot of folks out there be getting lonely. I know we talking tech and kicking culture, but man, we be feeling ways sometimes. You got your little emotions, you feel me? So man, that's what it's looking like this week, man. It's another little sweet and simple one right here. I hope y'all fucking with it, man. If you ain't, let me know, man. And like I said, definitely tap in with the podcast. Don't forget, man. Follow me, you heard me? It's AO on everything. It's AEO forever. Shit, my bad. I'm tripping for real, for real. Let me drink some of this Just Water. Don't forget Just Water, fuck with me, you feel me? But yeah, so it's AO forever on everything. That's just AEO forever spelled out. Follow the podcast. Like I said, if you want to DM, holler at me. If you want to slide through on the episode, we'd love to have anybody. Like, if you're doing anything dope, you in the Houston area, able to come through, record, hey, we fucking with it. You can follow the podcast at SttC Pod on Instagram and TikTok. So you heard me, holler at me on there. And I mean, that's mostly it, man. Like, definitely, if you listen to this, if you're listening to the audio version, man, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever, man, leave reviews. Let other folks know you fucking with it. You watching the YouTube version, hit that subscribe button, you feel me? Like this video, you feel me? And subscribe, man, and just like fuck with me for real though. Like tap in with the podcast, tap in with the guests that's gonna be coming through here. We got a few folks lined up. I'm hoping y'all gonna fuck with them for real though. So on that note, man, there ain't too much left to say other than you already know what it is, man. Everybody got a different code. Just know what your code is and stick to that bitch, man. This is SttC Podcast. We out.